going to start with some white sage. This is going to be a true crime reading. I'm just cleansing and clearing. Ooh, my window's open too much. Maybe I'll get a bigger sage because I just feel like we need it more for these ones. I'm talking to sometimes unsettled, angry spirits of unrest who really need some justice, so cleansing and clearing is vital. This is just, I break off fragments of my smudge stick and for these readings. Let's cleanse and clear. Only those in the light can come forward. I am protected. The collective is protected from any dark things, entities, witchcraft, evil eye. We return it all to sender, and anything sent towards us, may it fall immediately to earth and be transmuted for the highest good of mankind. You can tell this is the lighter I put on top of my bowl so it doesn't burn. Sometimes smoke the ganja to sleep. It helps my insomnia more than anything I've ever used. Alright, let's get some Palo Santo going. I like to protect us as best as we can. Sometimes the murderers can try to fuck with me, so I'm doubling my shield, if you will. Just give me a second and we'll get right into it. These kind of readings, just a little warning, I'm a little bit blunt. It's going to be hard to hear. It's going to be sad things because these people have suffered before they died, and some of these crimes are not solved. So, also going to be using the bell in just a minute. If you have headphones or earbuds, I will count down from 3 before I start ringing, but that is coming up if you want to turn it down. Just need a little more Palo Santo, I feel it. Alright, we'll just let that burn for a minute. Alright, now let's do the bell. So if you want to turn down your volume, 3, 2, 1. I call any spirits to my table of light and love who wants peace and justice and to tell us what truly happened to them. Please come to my table and speak to us. You are safe here. Any spirit who is laid to rest in a place where your body has not been found, or your case is still open and you have things that can help, I call you to my table to speak your story and tell us where you are. I call any detectives or police officers or law enforcement that are deceased, that are accompanying a spirit of a crime who would like to help them get justice. I welcome you, only those of light, to my table. Alright, let's get into it. Sorry, just sit on my feet. I'm a little short. Let's get some details. Alright, spirits. Is there anything in... This is my self-channeled deck. Some of these are pretty gruesome. Warning in advance, but this is a true crime. This is something that really happened to someone out here, and they deserve justice. So let's get into it. Please, spirit or spirits, what would you like to say to us today? What can help you find peace? What can help you find justice for yourself, your soul, your family? Too many. Okay, rape, sex offender, unregistered gun, no prints. So this could have been I'm hearing a few things. Some of this kind of has like 13 Reasons Why energy, where someone was raped and ultimately took their own life. But for most of, I feel like this person either was like date raped, roofied, or they were sexually assaulted before they died. That one's hard. As soon as I see that card, my empath closes up like a fist. I'm like, no, you have to open it. That's a trigger for me. I definitely feel a female here. I'm seeing blonde hair, blue eyes, like a Barbie doll. Does this person have a type? Rumors, misinformation, smear campaign. They tried to make this woman shamed in public. They painted her like a whore, or maybe she was an actual whore, and that doesn't mean that they aren't raped and murdered. You know what I mean? I just got really angry right there. So yeah, maybe this was a sex worker. I don't push these people away from my table at all. These are the spirits I talk to. Because in life, why do people become sex workers? They usually have a low self-esteem. They usually don't have anyone in their corner, or they're desperate for something. And a lot of these women and men do get raped several times, beat up, and die. And they're just left on the street, and the detectives pick up their case, and they realize that they're a sex worker, and it really could be anyone that they picked up off the corner, because a lot of murderers trap sex offenders because they know they don't got people in their corner, that people aren't going to take them seriously. They're easy victims, or homeless people even. This could have been someone minding their own business that got attacked just because they didn't have anywhere to go. They were available to a sick person. But there was a definite smear campaign on this person. They could have been somebody who was very seemingly well off, like had a good career, but found out that maybe they were an escort or had some kind of like Pornhub deal on the side, like a professional person that had their kinks even. It might not have been for money. Tell me more, Spirit. Somebody could have been accused of raping someone or being a sex offender, and they could be the one that died. And so this woman could have said, because I feel like it's a man-woman crime here. Does not have to be if it's relevant for a case, but I'm just feeling that energy. They raped me when they had consensual sex with this person. They could have framed them for a crime. This person could have committed suicide because they were going to go to jail for something they didn't do. Car fire, bombing, caused death or staged to look like it. So something about fire here. Or somebody committed suicide by car exhaust. Blood DNA, body fluid DNA, there it is. It was found on the victim. Or somebody got a rape kit done after sleeping with someone. Fingerprints found at scene, and they are on record. So it is a registered sex offender. Boom. This is definitely, to me, coming across as either someone was like walking home from school, a young person, a college person, a sex worker, a homeless person. They were just out. And this person had a type. They were blonde hair, blue eyes, very fucking pretty, but very young. I don't think this person was outside of their 20s, even if they were 20 at all. I heard sex trap. Oh my God. Okay. Did it for or bitter about inheritance or lack of one. On the run, can't be located. This person is still wanted for this crime. Search warrant involved. So they did search where this person was found. They did find fingerprints. They did find evidence on the body. They know who this person is. They're either at large or they don't have substantial enough evidence just yet to convict. Company in trouble and went under. Victim or person who did it was trying to keep up a lifestyle they could no longer afford or maintain. If life insurance comes out, I just want to say that this could be a husband who staged a wife's death, made her look like a cheating whore, when he did it for the insurance money. But bitter about inheritance. I feel like this person had some kind of image in their mind, this killer. Maybe they had family that was wealthy and they were dying and they were hoping to get something, or they could have killed the spouse too. That could be 2 crimes attached to this person. Because a company went under. They're trying to maintain a lifestyle they couldn't afford anymore. It could have been the sex worker. They could have been doing sex worker on the side to save their business, so that, or that's what it was painted as, when really they were raped and murdered. History of violence, criminal record. Yeah, this person definitely has gone down for rape before. Especially attacking other people. Phone call log, text scripts, recording or video evidence. Something about maybe a doorbell cam or a security cam placing someone in the area. Oh my God, drugs, date rape. Didn't I say that? Yes. This was a setup. But they staged this person to look like they were either a party animal, druggie, had sex with people, or they were a sex worker. You know, they just left their body either in a really raunchy, whore-like way, or they tried to paint this person as a whore. Susie. I just heard loud, Susie. My name is Susie. Hi, Susie. I'm sorry, girl. All right, let's keep going. I don't want to get too connected to this, so I want to be able to tell their story true. Bethany, Susie, Bethany. Do you understand a pattern? Why names? Child endangerment, neglect, keeping people or a parent from their kids, using kids as leverage. So this could be someone's wife. They could have paid someone to have them raped and murdered horrifically, or they could have done it themselves, a crime of passion. They're losing inheritance, so maybe they didn't get their alimony. Maybe this female took ownership of the company, or this female found out he was losing the company and all their money and he wasn't who he said he was, and she was going to leave him. She told him to fuck off, and instead of getting out, he killed her and raped her. Because God forbid anybody tell this fucker off or tell him about himself. Revenge, fear tactics, exactly. I really feel like this person was involved in their everyday life. I think this person tried to smear campaign this victim before they died. That's probably why I think they're already on the suspect list. Spouse abuse, neglect. Yeah. This was a husband. I don't know. I'm on the fence whether they paid someone to do this or if they did it themselves. They didn't end up getting the insurance money for some reason. Robbery, theft. They staged a home invasion. They staged it like some pervert came in and raped her and killed her, and like it was a random thing. This was a setup. This was a paid hit. Or they did it themselves. Acid used to get rid of the body, or body is in acid. When they came to the scene, the body could have been in acid, destroyed, or if you have not found the body, this is why. Bathroom, bathtub. Are you fucking kidding me? They put this woman. Oh. Sorry. I get bad images for these. She was dismembered, put in a tub with acid, but I don't think it got to do its thing all the way. But there is an element. There is 2 women coming across. If this is a repeat person, one person could have been like a sex offender that has done this before, but maybe not killed. I just feel like it's a serial killer energy. I don't feel like this But that could be the hired person. Like if they hired a hitman, I could be connecting to their energy. They multiple kill people, you know. It might not be the spouse. Involving a friend or a friend is involved. Oh, shit. Friend of the victims. Oh my God, double betrayal. Husband and friend. Multiple lovers, baby mamas, dads, had a lot of kids, player, sex addict. That's the husband. They got one of the wife's friends pregnant. There was another secret coming out. Okay, so they were losing all their money. They were losing their company or their job. They were trying to maintain this rich level of lifestyle. They liked success. They liked comfort. This person could have came from money and inherited it, but then got cut off and got pissed and became this angry person. I think that sex worker energy I was feeling is the man. I think they got violent. They like to be violent during sex, probably paid for prostitution several times through this marriage. But I don't feel like the wife was a part of being a sex worker, but could have been posed as one. Could have been said that she was having an affair. Maybe she was having an affair because this person is a beater, a liar, a cheater. She could have moved on with somebody else or threatened to move on. The threats did come out. She might have threatened the killer, and that's why this happened. I'm leaving you. I know the truth. I know that your company's going under. I know you're sleeping with my friend. I know you're out here telling people that I'm a fucking whore, that I ruined this marriage when it was you. Told them about themselves. And they snapped. Evidence around victim's home that they felt unsafe. Beefed up security or had weapons around, etc. Wow, I just saw OJ's life. But I think that's relevant to Nicole let OJ in. Supposedly, in the whole grand scheme of things, there was no forced entry. So there was no forced entry on this crime. There could have been tampering. The scene could have been so fucked up as well. This person didn't get justice because of that. Car tampering, accident. Body found in a car suicide. So there definitely was a car suicide here. Maybe this killer, it could have been homicide murder in the same day. Like they had the spat with their spouse. Maybe they didn't hire a hitman. And they were ashamed at the end of what they did. And they knew they were going to get caught. And this is a person of luxury. They didn't want to go to prison. At the same time, this could be whoever the husband hired to have a hit out on their wife. Maybe they then turned and threatened and tried to blackmail the person or they tried to put it all on that person. So they could have then turned around and killed the husband like it was a suicide, like they were guilty for what they did to get the heat off of the hitman. It's very messy. I don't know, but someone's lover was involved with a sibling or a best friend of the victim. Best friend came through. So the husband was fucking the best friend, basically. Lovely. Emails, saved, videos, and there's evidence of this affair. There might be evidence of a hit, like a paid hit. Evidence that she was scared. On her home, she could have changed her security codes, got new locks. There was evidence that she was being targeted. There might be like a search warrant or people that came through and said, hey, this person was abusive. Known anger issues, yeah, crazy behavior, a known addict, dealer, or crime member. I just feel like this person could not handle any sort of rejection. They had to have the power, and most people who do rape need power. They're not actually raping for sex. They're raping to take power from you, the victim. And that's how this person was to this woman. They could have even been the same way to the best friend. The best friend could have also been the second woman here. And she could have been staged as the one having an affair when really he raped and murdered her too. Take what is relevant to the case. Cybercrime, hack. Somebody tried to steal money from someone. Beaten before or to death, hand bruising, or strangle. like strangle marks. Their hands, the victim definitely, or both victims, there was evidence that they fought back, whether their body was cut up or not. Previous medical records have evidence in it. Previous record of being beat by their spouse. They have hospital records. They could have psychology records. Inside trading. Yeah, there you go. There you have it. Cybercrime, hack, inside trading, stock manipulation, dirty contracts, money laundering, trying to get back that status. They lost all their money probably to that shit. Tax, money crimes, tax evasion for sure. So this husband was a real fucking piece of work. They could have been a serial raper, or they killed the wife and the best friend, made it look like there was a lover's feud. The wife could have got killed first because she confronted her husband. Then the best friend did some digging of their own, found out more truth, and was going to talk. So that one had to go too. There's this element of that. It's like once this person, they really have no remorse. So if they did commit suicide, I really think it was just because they didn't want to go to jail. They knew they were going to get caught. There's no way of getting around it. They couldn't go on. I mean, they did say that someone was on the run. They could have staged a death here. They could have killed the hitman so that they couldn't talk. Case evidence, tampering. I did say that, yeah. Bites, scratch marks, and bruises on criminal's body and the victim's body. Evidence of a fight or struggle that came through already. It's coming through strong. So there was marks both on this husband and the wife and the best friend. Drove off to the middle of nowhere. Same night or day someone went missing. So on somebody's, like, I don't know if you can track their phone. This person on the day this woman died drove randomly out to fucking nowhere, probably at a random ass time, and no really rhyme or reason to why they are there. That's where the fucking body is. One of them. Or that's where they did it. If this body is in acid and you can't find it, wherever they drove to is the murder site. So sorry. Susie, 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 Susie. Search history on home personal devices has evidence on it. Whoever Susie is. Susie Q. I don't know. It could have been a nickname or something somebody said. It's just like echoing in my head. Susie, Susie. First husband, wife, victim. Yeah, the wife was definitely a victim. Killed because they bullied or threatened someone. They snapped and stood up to the victim. Ooh. I don't think it's to the victim this time. I think she stood up to her husband, and she's confirming that he snapped and killed her. Like, I know you're losing the money. I know you sleep around. You're a piece of shit. I'm sick of getting beat by you. I'm sick of being your fucking punching bag. I'm no longer scared of you. This woman was done taking his shit, and he knew it. So he killed her. Military record involved. Was in the military. Yeah, this husband definitely is psycho. And I don't feel like they were psycho because of the military. I think they were psycho before they went in the military, and it just made it worse. The victim had dirt or evidence on the killer. Yeah, they knew about the money laundering. If the best friend died before the wife, then she knew that he also killed her friend. She called them out. You're a fucking man whore. You are a cheat, a liar, a thief, a beater. You are nothing, because this man had been doing this to her for however long she was in that relationship with, belittling her. And finally, like, maybe she was getting help. Maybe she just had enough, and she's like, I am not fucking scared of you anymore. Like, I'm hearing that. Like, she fucking, I am woman, hear me roar, and she died for it. That's why crimes of passion are the biggest fucking crimes, because I don't feel like it was premeditated. I feel like other things were premeditated, like the money laundering, the sex with other people, the making his wife look like a whore so that people wouldn't empathize with her. Like, that was strategic. But I don't feel like this murder was exactly planned. But I think he always had an intention of getting rid of her. Maybe she knew it, and she just wanted to go down swinging. Or he backed her in a corner and she didn't have any other choice but to fight. A home invasion. He could have dragged her out of bed in the middle of the night, broke in with a weapon. Unregistered gun came out first. Held her at gunpoint. Shot her. Like she didn't have a fucking choice. He put her in a situation and she said, I'm not going quietly into that fucking night. You can go fuck yourself. And before she died, she got some licks in. But that's not good enough because this person isn't caught yet. Oh, Susanna. It's playing in my head. Why? Oh my goodness. Let's unfortunately talk about this murder just so you can have some more details about this case and who done it, even though I feel like there's a strong history. Either this person is already dead so that you can't convict, and it would just be like, I think that even when the victim dies, they still do some kind of court proceeding, to vindicate that someone was murdered and the other person did it, or it was just publicly acknowledged. That could be taking place very soon. I just feel that energy. Maybe it already has. Like I said, if this person killed themselves with car exhaust, I just feel like they might be too vain for suicide, though. At the same time, the thought of them going to prison was probably mortifying. This person was very pampered, liked the good life, liked the nice clothes, liked having status. Maybe didn't have the confidence to stack up to other criminals. Like he knew he wouldn't be top dog in a prison. Couldn't handle not being top dog. There definitely was no killing because of remorse. The best friend, if she was involved, she could have been the one that committed suicide. The guilt of it all. Or again, that was a staged murder because he was afraid that she would talk. What is the energy of this murderer? What is their personality like? Lamb. Everybody assumed them to be weak, sweet, wouldn't hurt a fly. Came across that way, but yeah, they were a lion. Lion and the lamb. Came across as a lion, was really the predator. Always working on things in secret, stockpiling money for themselves, very narcissistic. I think they were very smart about cyber stuff. They had a lot of internet knowledge, banking, how the stock system worked. Yeah, shark for sure. Needed to be top dog, take a bite out of you, swim around you. Like to lurk, like to stalk, like to intimidate. Didn't see this person coming. You didn't see them for who they were because they came across as this sweet little lion. Let's talk about the wife. What was her character like? What was her personality like? Let me sage her energy. I don't want the killer's energy anywhere near her. She's been through enough. Both of these women. I just feel like maybe she was his first wife, but he had more than one wife, and maybe the other one died too at this person's hand. Raccoon. I like raccoons. They're very playful. They're very silly. Could have been a night owl. Something about their hands. Could have had really pretty, dainty little hands. Vulture. Could have been a little bit of a gold digger. Picking up scraps. But I feel like this person could have worked in restoration. Maybe they refurbed furniture or homes or brought things back to life. They could have been a grief counselor. They could have been a psychologist. But also a good detective energy. Frog. Overcame a lot in their life. Was just trying to think about a frog. They're just sitting there, right? Perched on their little twig. And when they see a fly, they send out their tongue and they pull it. This person definitely knew how to wait things out, knew when to make the right moves. They could have been in stocks themselves. Good intuition, good at adapting and overcoming, always trying to better themselves. With this gold digger energy, I just feel like it's because they came from nothing. I heard trailer trash, so that could have been a rumor this person said, or they could have grown up in very poor areas and they just didn't want to go back to that life. Golden egg, they were very talented. They had some kind of great beauty, great talent, great ideas, a good nest egg. They could have been from money. This person could have just been hunting them for money. They could have been the breadwinner of the family. Crocodile, buffalo, protective of their family, protective of their kids if they had any. All right, let's get some more details to wrap up this reading. I'm assuming your name, one of your names is Susie. Can you tell me a little bit more about yourself or what happened to you? Baby, not yours. Okay, so she could have had a child with someone else or been pregnant at the time of their death. Aunt. Okay, so she did have a kid in her life. She could have been someone's aunt. Like really good auntie to someone. They did reference a sister here. Sewing and quilting. This is something they could have done. They're very artistic. Gardening and flowers. Okay, so this person was very, I heard, artsy-fartsy. And they liked to have a pretty lawn. They took pride in their gardens. They also had flowers around the house. A good decorator. I feel like their home always smelled good as well. Very neat and organized and tidy. Or they had like a cleaning service. Accidental suicide or overdose. Maybe this is how she was staged. Was she put in the car like she committed suicide? Or did she die from the roofie? Did they give her too much? Why is accident? Water, died by or in water, drowning. They did say bathtub. Oh my God. This is the first wife. The first wife could have been a sewer, quilter, liked their gardens, and their death was marked as an accidental overdose suicide. This person roofied that person and left them in water to drown. They staged a suicide and maybe they got money for it. Or they didn't get money for it and that's why they went after the next person, like the wife number 2. Or this could have been a girlfriend. It doesn't have to be a first wife. I saw you get engaged or married. This person was already dead when he married this other victim that stood up and lost their life. This spirit is acknowledging that they watched it all. They were this person's first victim. Everything will be okay. They came to this person. I think they tried everything they could on that side to help this person get away. And I think they came to this spirit. Like I died too. I feel like they're very much connected. Abuse, beater. They were also abused. Mother. Maybe the second wife that was murdered, the first wife had a baby with him, and so he kept the baby, and then the second wife could have been good to that baby, was a good mother, and so this spirit was watching, trying to protect their kid and this woman who is actually good to her child. Yoga, Pilates, Zumba, YMCA. I feel like this is wife number 2. Could be both. They were very into health, fitness, had a nice, yeah, murder, convicted, case closed. Okay. Rise above it. Be better. Eccentric and unique. 80s males. Lots of organ, donated organs, bad mom. Whoever actually had this kid, they were not a good mom. It could have been a sister. They could have been raising their niece or nephew, this victim. So the case is closed, but I think it's because everybody involved in this is dead. Like murder, suicide energy. Loss of organ. I just feel like maybe someone got this person's organ that was murdered. I don't know how you could take an organ if they were in acid or if their body was left. It would be too decayed. So that could be a clue about a victim. They could have had a transplant or donated some like bone marrow or something. This person was very eccentric, unique in some way. I just feel like they were both very pretty women. And this person, 80s males, could have been born in the 80s or this happened in the 80s. Anything else we need to know that could help? Deaf, blind, smoker, smoking complications. I feel like in this case somebody played deaf, dumb, and blind. I don't feel like someone was actually deaf and blind, and if that was, I'm getting like a golden retriever or a yellow lab. I don't know why I'm seeing this. Blind animal. They could have also been found dead at the scene. The killer was a smoker for sure. Maybe they found some cigarette butts or something. I'm so sorry you had to make those decisions. It's okay, you did the right thing. Ooh. I feel like this is the victim talking to a sibling. Maybe they were a bad mom and their sibling is taking care of their kid. Whoever like took care of the kid, deceased or not, they're like, I'm sorry that you had to like adjust your life and go through all this shit. Let me see if car accident. I just feel like that is, again, a body was found in a car. I don't know if it's a staged suicide or if it's like this person knew they were going to get caught. I'll leave that with whoever this is for, but I'm going to get another deck just to get some more details as to why this happened. I just want to wrap it up a little bit more. Sorry about that. I had to go grab a deck real fast. Let me just shuffle it. I believe I used this in the last one, so let me clear the energy real fast. Again, this doesn't have to be the same case. Sometimes it comes across with several victims. It really just depends on what's relevant for you, but I feel like ultimately there's 3 deaths here, 2 victims and a murderer. But I do feel like one of the victims, actually it might be 4 because of that first wife came through. So I got a friend energy, I got a victim that's, I'm getting 3 females and a male. But if any of those are like powerful women, they could be coming across as masculine with their energy. Strength, power move. This happened because, like I said, rejection. That person could not handle rejection, and this woman, whether they were forced in the situation to confront this husband, as in a break-in, they backed him into a corner, so they said, fuck it, I'm gonna speak my mind. This person could have already left and was like established in a new place, and they just couldn't handle seeing them happy and successful. But this is why this person died, is because they were strong. They stood up to this person, And the murderer was actually very weak-minded and very low self-esteem. And the rejection from this person, it was very vicious. This woman went off, like, very, very verbal abusive, but I feel like rightly so. This person was laundering money, or if the woman, because she did come across very smart and savvy with stocks, if she was the money launderer, she could have, you know, been being threatened, and she could actually be the murderer if that's relevant. If the husband was found in the car with maybe she drugged the husband and put the husband in the car. If the wife is still alive, I feel like she's the murderer, but I really feel like the wife died here. Two wives and a friend, or like a sister or something. Sweetness and comfort. The first wife was very homey, like very Betty Crocker like vibes. Or this could be, if they didn't have more than one wife and this person killed 2 other people or affected somebody enough to take their own life by what they had done, like by rape or something. I remember I did feel that 13 Reasons Why. This person was very innocent, very sweet, always like bacon sweets as well. Their house always smelled good, always looked good, was decorated. Their yard was immaculate with all these flowers. Just no reason, really, other than for money, why this person killed her. It's not like she was cheating, and it's not like she was a horrible person. And I don't even think she was leaving the marriage. I think she was just a little too churchy or a little too nice. He might have met his second wife while he was still married to her and was like, you know what, I need to get rid of this situation. She had money. So maybe he was hoping that he could kill her and get the money and have a new life with someone else. Didn't quite work out that way. If she had, this first wife, if she had a child or a nephew or a niece or a sibling, the money went to them. Yeah, cleanse. This victim was in water. Definitely the bathtub was the first wife. Drugged and drowned in the bathtub. Or the husband, if the husband died. Yeah, frustrated. Still to this day, that person's death is marked as an accidental suicide. They didn't do it. It doesn't make logical sense. Why did the second wife die? Or the second person? Oh. Same thing. Does this person have a type in killing people? Very sweet. Probably had a lot of characteristics like the first wife. Kept a good home, kept a good yard. Strong, passionate. Unlike the first wife, where she was very sweet and subtle and soft, this woman was powerful. She was like Betty Crocker meets Martha Stewart while she was in jail. You know what I mean? She had that grit. She wasn't afraid to have a little sass. Probably good in bed. I don't know why that's relevant here, but... What is this third, like, sister-friend vibe? Why did you die? Anger. They weren't angry. Space. And balance. There was nowhere for them to go. They didn't have options. They knew they were going to get caught. They were unhinged. Desperate. This could have been a rape victim that took their life. Forced to see their rapists every day. It's not like they did this because of anger. They did this because there was no other options and they weren't exactly insane. Why is anger in reverse? Why is anger in reverse? Ghost. Not angry with the people who died. Like if somebody did something horrible to them and they took their life, there is no anger there. They weren't doing it because their life. Maybe they learned the truth that somebody really didn't die the way they thought, or didn't really do what they thought they did. There was like vindication, like maybe they were married to somebody, or they found out some information that wasn't true, could have caused them to see they killed someone for all the wrong reasons. So they wanted to go join somebody, or this is like a best friend, like I want to go with you type of thing. Why is space here? Didn't want to be apart. Why is space here? Movement. Wanted to come back to somebody who wasn't on this earth anymore. I want to leave here. I don't want to be here anymore. Definite suicide energy. Why is balance here in reverse? Trust. They broke someone's trust. There's a lot of guilt. A lot of, oh, I should have known. Somebody made them happy, but they cut them off. It disrupted a relationship. So this could be like a mistress, or male or female, finally got the boot, couldn't live without this person, realizing they couldn't get them back, so they were just gonna go be a creepy stalker on the other side. There's some element there of this person before they died. If this was the killer, it's like they wanted to trap the soul. It could have been somebody into a cult of some kind, but I feel like overall this person was just unhappy in life. They were unhappy with how life unfolded for them, or how relationships played out. They could have been sick even. There was some reason why being here was just too much, too painful. I hope that was relevant for someone out there. I hope it helped somebody's case get solved, or get some movement or more clues. I hope it lands where it needs. Thank you so much for your time. If you do like these true crime readings or want more like them in the future, please hit the like button below, and I'll see you all again soon.